You are the only person that can control what you think about yourself. In today's society of social media, we have been constantly programmed to be comparing ourselves to everyone else, even though we are only seeing their highlight reel. You need to be the number one fan and the number one supporter in your own life. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JS Show. I'm excited to have you guys here, and we got another great episode in store for you guys today. We are officially at episode 21, which I heard a statistic the other day that if a podcast can hit 21 episodes, it's in the top 1% of podcasts. So congratulations to both you and me, because if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me up to this point, and I hope you guys will stick around for the long haul. But yeah, not much to talk about today, announcement-wise. If you aren't following me on social media, make sure you do that, because I gave a 75 hard update throughout the week. But if you don't follow me on social media, I've got them linked in the description down below, by the way. 75 hard, it's going good. It's really good, actually. It's definitely physically been taxing, but mentally, I haven't really felt tired mentally. I feel like I felt stronger mentally, because I spent the last couple days in the mornings when I'm doing my ruck and doing my boxing. I felt so physically exhausted during it, but this program, the way it's designed, is, I don't know if Andy did it on purpose. I know he made it simple on purpose, but the way that I've looked at it is to keep myself going is I literally just did the same stuff the day before, so why can't I do it today? And that helps me to get through the workouts and finish the workouts. And come to find out, because I got an awesome Apple Watch that'll track everything for me, my pace on my rucks has gotten better every day, even though I feel more tired every day. And then my workouts, I used to quit when I would feel the burn, just to be completely honest with you. And now I'm able to push through and finish every single workout. So when you're seeing this, when this is being filmed, I am on day 5, and I still got 70 more days to go. But really, so once you do 75 hard, it transitions into the Live Hard program. So it really becomes a lifestyle, and I'm so excited because it's already really transforming my mind. I feel my clothes fitting different already. It may just be mental, but yeah. I don't know about the women out there, but I know all the guys. If you work out one day, you're automatically checking for results the next day. But yeah, it's really good, and I highly recommend it to anybody that's wanting to change their mindset, to really flip the switch in their life. And yeah, with that being said, this is a flip the switch episode. And so today we are going to be talking about self-image. So a little bit of background for you. Self-image, everybody has a self-image. You think of yourself in a way, good or bad. And there's different parts of you that you think are good, different parts that you think are bad, all that stuff. And recently, I'd probably say, probably since I graduated high school, which has been, it's been over 5 years ago that I graduated high school. I would say probably 4 years ago it's when I started to put on weight. It's really when my mental health started to take a decline too, and that's when my self-image started to really change, and it got really bad. I was calling myself fat all the time. I was telling myself I was a failure. I wasn't ever going to accomplish anything. And when you do that, it starts to become true, and you believe it more and more every time you say it. So recently, I really had to shift my mindset, really change my self-image. And that's what 75 Hard is helping me do also. Because it's nowhere near where it needs to be, but it's definitely a lot better than what it was. To give you a little bit of, I'm a big statistics guy. I love numbers. That's why I love business. But I decided to find a few statistics here. So this is in the UK, but I imagine it's very similar here in the US, if not higher. So they did a study in the UK with adults, 18 plus, and some teenagers also in the mix. 1 in 5 adults felt shame over their self-image. They felt shame because they were asked about their self-image. 1 in 5 adults felt shame, which is 20%, and 34% of the adults felt down or low about themselves, and 19% felt disgusted by their body image. And it wasn't like the same people voting for the same things. You got one option. You either felt shame, you felt down or low, or you felt disgusted. It was like levels. If you add those together, you're looking at, let's see, that's 54. So we're looking at 73% of the people that were surveyed on here had a negative self-image in some form or fashion. That's not good. That's so sad. And I won't get into it yet. But then they also did, so the teenagers, this was kids aged 13 to 19. 37% felt upset about their body, and 31% felt ashamed. That's 68% of essentially teenagers. And one more on here that they had. Man, I'm sorry. This really gets to me because it makes me sad for people, and especially I know that I was there. I know how hard it was. But so they also asked the adults if they ever felt anxious, if they struggle with anxiety. 34% of them said they did. And 35% of them felt depressed because of their self-image, of their body image. That's crazy. And then 13% of the adults experienced suicidal thoughts because of their body image. Man, that's so sad. And then I've got a few more statistics here. I'm sorry. Numbers really help me paint a picture. And let me see if I can get these pulled up here. Okay. This one, I don't have all the details on the study. But it says approximately 91% of women are unhappy with their bodies and resort to dieting to achieve their ideal body shape. Unfortunately, only 5% of women naturally possess the body type that is portrayed by Americans in the media. 58% of college-age girls feel pressured to be a certain weight. Body image is the way that someone perceives their body and assumes that others perceive them. This image is often affected by family, friends, social pressure, and the media. I don't know if you noticed there towards the end, there's a little bit of a common theme. And I'm gonna have an episode solely based on this, what I'm about to talk about by itself. But media is the common theme that really stuck out to me in all of this. Especially, I don't know, it's any media. I said it before. Social media is just a compilation of people's highlight reels. Who here wants to post something negative and bad on social media? I know I don't. But what that has caused, it has created a society that goes to social media to use people's highlight reels as their ideal image for themselves, when in reality, those highlight reels are either made up or they're very few and far between. They just happen to capture them. And yeah, that in itself is a whole podcast episode that will be coming up probably in the next week or two. So definitely be watching out for that. It's a little bit of background on it, some statistics, just to kind of show you why this felt so heavy on my heart. So now the question is, what can we do about it? How can we fix our self-image? Well, so I did research. I really just kind of thought about it and developed, there may be something out there like this already. I developed a building self-image roadmap, basically. And it's just a series of questions that you ask, and then you're able to develop a plan from it. So, the first question that you ask yourself when you catch yourself saying something negative, so if you're saying you're fat, if you're saying you're ugly, if you're saying you don't like your lips, your eyes, your ears, whatever. First question you need to ask yourself is, what negative thoughts do you have about yourself? So it's those exact ones. What negative thoughts do I have? For me, mine were, I'm fat, I'm a failure, I'm not going to go anywhere in life, I'm a disappointment. And along with those, there's different variations about it. I'm going to end up alone, I'm going to be broke, the list could go on. But, so you ask yourself that question to figure out where you're struggling and how your self-image is struggling. You need to ask yourself, are these thoughts relevant? Like, are they legit? If, for me, the fat thing, it was true. I still am overweight. I was extremely overweight though. And so it was true. The I'm not going to be successful thing, all that stuff, not true. Success can be defined in many different ways, but ultimately it comes down to how hard you work and the amount of effort you put in. Because if you put the effort in, you put the time in, you will have success eventually. May not be in 1 year, 2 years, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, but you will have success as long as you stay consistent. So you figured out what your negative thoughts are, and you figured out whether they are relevant or not. So the next thing is going to be if you can change it or how you can use those things. Hey guys, just wanted to interrupt this episode real quick just to tell you to make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, that you're following me on social media, that way you can stay up to date on the latest content and kind of the daily life stuff that I do. And then make sure you go and share this with your friends and family, and that way they can become the best versions of themselves. Now let's get back to the episode. If your thought is relevant, so for me it was being overweight, it was relevant. So yes, so you said yes to the relevant. And then the next question you ask is, can you change it? For me, with it being weight, yes, I can change how much I weigh. So then you create a plan on how you can do it. Diet, exercise, boom. Plan to lose weight, plan to change that negative thought, change that part of your self-image. But it may not be something you can change. You may not have control over it. It may be something like, oh man, my ears are too big or whatever. So if it's not something you can necessarily change, I know you can have surgeries and stuff, but you don't need the surgeries. Trust me, you're beautiful, you're handsome the way that you are. You just have to commend yourself, because odds are nobody else is thinking that except you. That's the way it goes with a lot of the self-image negative talk that goes on. A lot of it is just brought on by you, nobody else. Maybe one person slightly said something about it, but then you took it, internalized it, and made it something a lot bigger than what it actually was. So a lot of the problem with negative self-talk, negative self-image is internal and not with the external sources around you. So then you need to look at something that you kind of have to do is, how can you benefit it? How can you become confident with it? So, I mean, if you have to, if it's the ear thing, maybe get some earrings that you think look really good on your ears, and wear those, and that'll help you feel better about your ears. And before you know it, you stop thinking about your ears. Here's the deal. You don't need to change something like that. Weight, yes, it's a good thing to change because you become healthier. But your ears, there's no benefit to changing your ears because you don't gain anything from it. Yeah, you may feel good about it, but then you're like, well, I had to have surgery to get it done. And it's kind of like buyer's remorse, but for plastic surgery. Yeah. So it's just something you consciously have to do. But either way, the next step you have to do is develop a plan. You have to develop a plan to consciously and intentionally get rid of the negative self-talk to increase the positivity of your self-image. And so you have to be intentional. You have to intentionally set up things throughout your day to make you feel better about your self-image. And there's two ways that I've really found that help me. There's plenty more that could go. But one was affirmations. If you say it enough, you will believe it. Because, it worked for the negative self-talk. So I believed that I was fat. I believed that I wasn't going to be successful. I believed that I was a disappointment. All that stuff because I was telling myself that. Now that I have written a list out of the man that I want to be, of the entrepreneur I want to be, business owner, the future father, the future spouse that I want to be, I have a list of all that. And I tell myself that stuff every day of who I want to be, of who I am. And now that I've done that, I have started to believe that stuff, and it's starting to come true in my life. Some people think affirmations are some hocus pocus, some just stupid stuff, a waste of time. But the power of self-talk, as I've said before, the power of self-talk is super powerful. You can change your life by what you tell yourself, negative or positive. And it's your choice. You can choose to send yourself down a negative path. You can choose to send yourself down a positive one. I highly recommend the positive path. And the way that I have done that is through affirmations, as well as telling myself who I want to be. The second thing that I've done to help improve my self-image is exercise. I cannot tell you how much exercise has helped with the 75 Hard Challenge. Or not challenge, program. Sorry, Andy. Please don't yell at me. No. Andy's a great guy. He's just very intense, which is awesome. I love it. I try to be a little more intense, or as intense as I can be. But no, exercise. The way I feel about myself after a workout and during a workout is completely different of how I felt going into it. Like just today, one of the exercises I was doing, because I do weights in the afternoons, and I could feel one of my veins starting to pop out on my bicep and one on my arm. I was like, ooh, I was feeling that. I was like, yeah, let's go. But it's little things like that that boost your self-confidence, boost your self-image a ton. And the thing is, that would have never happened if I hadn't worked out. And like I said, there's many different ways to do this. And it all boils down to setting yourself up to win the day. You have to win every day, day by day. You can't win tomorrow today. You can't win next Friday today. You can only win today. And by focusing on winning today, you set yourself up to win tomorrow. So I completely understand that some of this takes time to happen. But I was like, there's got to be things that you can do to boost your self-confidence, to boost your self-image immediately. And there is. Very first thing, I just told you to follow my social media stuff at some point during this episode. I know I did. And I'm okay with this, especially if it helps. But if you want to boost your self-image immediately, delete social media. Delete it. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I don't know about, it's hard for me, probably TikTok. It's hard for me because I don't really spend a lot of time on social media except posting stuff now. But when I do, I have it so tailored to the way my mindset is now. That's another thing. You can tailor your social media to how you want to think, which is awesome. It's using the algorithm to your advantage. But if you have to delete social media, if you think it'll help by the slightest, do it. I actually go follow me first and then delete it. No, I'm kidding. But no, seriously though, there was a period of time where I just completely got off of social media. It was before I started doing content. But it helped a lot. I'd say my thoughts probably cut, the negative self-thoughts that I had probably cut in half by the amount. So if you have to, delete your social media, or just at least take a break from it. Do like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever. Or at the very least, go and find those people that you are comparing yourself to. You know who they are, and stop following them. And follow me. No. I'm done with that. But yeah, social media, get rid of it. Unfollow the people you need to unfollow. If it's me, then don't do it. But another thing you need to do that would help immediately is to cut off the dead weight in your life. What I mean by this, we all have those people in our life that all they do is drag us down. We love them to death. They may be family. We love them because they are family. We love them because they're fun to be around. You just enjoy their company for the most part. But they are, for the most part, very negative people, and might be even very negative towards you. And here's the deal. If somebody is not going to build you up, somebody's not going to encourage yourself to be the best version of yourself, they don't deserve a place in your life. I'm brutally honest, they don't. I myself recently have had to do this. Just people's actions, people's words, just how they are towards me. I finally just had to say, I'm done. And it is very hard. It hurts. It hurts. But here's the deal. It improved my image of them because I wasn't constantly feeling so angry about what they were doing. So that's nice, because if I see them occasionally, like a couple times a year, I guarantee you I'll feel a lot better about it. And it's something that is very necessary, very hard to do, but you've got to do it. You've got to cut off that dead weight out of your life. And then what you have to do after that, this is kind of the phase that I am in right now. You have to then fill those voids with positive people, positive influences in your life. Whether it be mentors, whether it be new friends, whatever. You'd have to fill that gap, because then, I mean, as an entrepreneur, as anybody trying to become the best version of themselves, you are going to have a lonely point. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I feel a little lonely, trying to find that core group of people that I know, no matter what, I know they're going to encourage me. They're going to push me to be my best, no matter what. I've got my best friend. I can always count on him. Like, I just talked to him the other day because it was his birthday. I was a bad friend. I may have called him a day late. Yeah. But that's the thing. He was fine with it as far as I know. He did give me a hard time, but he's like a brother to me, and I know he will encourage me as much as he possibly can. And it's the same thing. I love him to death, and I wish that we didn't live so far away. But it is what it is. But it's one of those relationships that you cannot talk for months, and then second you do talk, it's like boom, no time had passed at all. And that's what you need in your life. I need more of that. You need more of that. So here's the deal. You are the only person that can control what you think about yourself. In today's society of social media, we have been constantly programmed to be comparing ourselves to everyone else, even though we are only seeing their highlight reel. You need to be the number one fan and the number one supporter in your own life. In everything that you do, whether it be business, whether it's school, whether it's self-growth, whether it's exercise, whatever, you need to be the number one supporter in your life. Improving your self-image will change the game for you. And not only will you become a better person, better business person, a better coworker, a better mother, father, any of that, you will enjoy your life immensely more, guaranteed. So go out there and follow this roadmap I've got for you. Watch this video over and over as many times as you need to. Write down the roadmap, but ask yourself those questions and develop that plan to change your self-image in a positive direction. You will see changes immediately and changes that last forever. I want you guys to be the best version of yourself. I'm doing it, and I want you guys to experience it also. Because when we all have personal excellence, we can stand up to anything that comes our way. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the JS Show. Another episode of Flip the Switch. As I am flipping the switch in my life, you are flipping the switch in yours. And I want you to know, success takes work, work takes time, and time is limited. So get to it. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. I hope you got tons of value from it. Go out there and make a difference in today's world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.